Yama mu nyina kwa babiem famra pepe sorry channel no so o YouTube. Yada mase se abrenya bebia no. Mo ne yen edi dwuma no. Yeni so se abrenya bebia mo hwe yen. Yada mase pa. Enra because of the Black Stars game I pass so our London. Black Stars versus the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Yen to me amount number of videos are next year the even the filler time that was recorded in the afternoon, we couldn't post it. Mofache, sometimes the circumstances be a bar, not changing your man. Mofache, and a ben na at the Amajuma be a cambiano, the bear at the Am again. And no Asante Kotoko, a training game, Adako Jachie. Now, obviously, Kotoko a training game now, because our men are there, we sit and then we review the games, we let you know the one went to Mama Hono, the see near Papa at the show. And also to me and nti anope yatrasi yedu ewrum ewo Adako Jachie Asante Kotoko training grounds training game a so between Krobia Asante Kotoko and aside from Salt Pond in the central region of Ghana. Komante Nkum Football Club. Enra ebra me kan once me catch say the name Komante sounds fancy, and so and na gibre na mawuram na kobusa ampa team no omo fi Salt Pond na ebae na one of the towns around Salt Pond. Ohene a wo kuro num no ene e friend nana Komante Nkum ene ono ate football club a one name no Komante Nkum Football Club, and they've done what others have not been able to do. If my memory serves me right, this is the first ever timer Asante Kotoko elusu game ewa Adako Jachie. See if my memory serves me right. But you say, oh, EBS player, wait me at your comment number. Na yegyina yahwe. So the first time in my estimation, my memory, Asante Kotoko elusu game ewa Adako Jachie enie. And Komante Nkum Football Club from the central region of Ghana, precisely Salt Pond, Ebesha Asante Kotoko by 2-1. Komante Nkum a second division team. They are seeking to gain qualification next year, no matter the first division of Ghana. On my first division, I just remember the zone 2. Zone 2 comprises teams in the Asante region, Western region, and the Central region. In football, Kaiser still they issue 10 regions. Ghana in football. Omo NGT team 16 regions. Football that's recognize the 10 regions of Ghana. And and my boss I'm Western North because over football must still 10 regions. In Tisa and a friendly game na Ekoi. I'm going to walk you through what actually happened at the Adako Jachie Asante Kotoko Training Center. A bra game no a basso. Na no kwaseme wo and it's Asante Kotoko Manika Kacho so much bako Emma Komante Nkum Football Club. Esemienu. Kotoko scored 1 through a branch of Cheba for Awuchi. And no can equalizer. So Komante Nkum and a chef first goal. Asante Kotoko. Eba beteka na Komante Nkum and a penalty at the ataki the lead and the goal that Ejina Emom winning 2-1. At the end of the game, Adako Jachie, you'd see how the second division side from Central Region, Salt Pond, precisely, when we are happy, elated, jumping, and I hear say they placed a call to the team owner. Said, "Nana, your book must have a Kotoko," and the way I know we are happy, no, and yes, some Kotoko. Mo ba no mo de two sprinter buses and a buy 2 sprinter buses. Team no a players no etra baako. Then the technical team and some few supporters etra another bus and na wonum a buy. Surprisingly, omo sim ahomache be no 9 and omo sim e free omo free Salt Pond and na kakra mo bani chirem e bedu Kumase and omo be Kotoko. Esan so e de echo. The team traveled at dawn, came to Kumasi, played the game at 3 p.m., won 2-1, and then they've gone back to a base, I know, a salt fund in the central region of Ghana. And obviously, this is a training game. Now, if he's a coach and a thing, and Abdul Karim Zito, also Asante Kotoko, every week about training game, every week about training game. And I know Bako and a course way. Now, Mekaka, Omabo Corners, I share corners, 4-1, Omo Abo Namuru, Omo Namuru, I'm 2-1. Then, and now Omo Adum FC, I shall do FC 4-1. Omo youth team Nabo, and away, a Comanse Inkum, a football club, a boy. So, I think that midweek games now, Coach Abono. This should be about the fifth game, a Coach Abo. Nti the biano omobo exercise at the place of money biamo. And now me catch you say team no coach ever start your more. They were on the bench, they were unused, and Omwa they did not even make the 20-man squad a Kotoko. At the Eco PM or BBN no. Omo and the best start no mabo no the beam at the above. Now Sa Pepe and the choir. So Yanche Asante Kotoko starting lineup. Goalkeeper Fatal Seidu. Former na 20 goalkeeper Asante Kotoko. And Nico Loan last season. I think at Future Stars, Manakobo Division 1. No sign by them. Or not start here. Lord Amwa returning from injury. Fantastic news. Which is a lot of Bobo Bia Moniye. Akwada way there. We jewel at Masanteko. So Lord Amwa started. Patrick Asidu Lord on the right side, Patrick Asidu on the left. Michael Sifa, a boy, the central defense on Henry Ansu. Michael Che Jamina, a boy in the middle. Now, in the game, I'll come to the team and explain things to you. Michael Che Jamina, the only known midfielder was started, the only natural midfielder was started here. And surprisingly, about midfield no with Elvis Che Bafo. So Che Bafo started the game as number 8, and Che Jamina started as number 6. Wisdom Fernando Bassi on the left side of attack, Peter Midwakwa on the right side, Samson Eduku Abet Amwa leading the attack. Typical 4-4-2. And a coach Abdul Karim Zito at the Eshasie. Omomo every bench a no. Yes, a branch at the Saka Dauda. Ebe Elvis Cheba for after Elvis Etekano. Or Kotoko bi Eko Pry into Ofrim. Then Blay Eba Bobi Samba Ebe Bobi. Mohamed Kamara Ebe da post in mo Edma Asante Kotoko. Mame Emra game ye na fi maba players a ene omo ama okra. Omo bae no mamo game ni bi no. Na mama all the update that you need to know. Medical kase ma adwini mu no. Efisa Asante Kotoko Adako Jachie no. This should be the first time Kotoko elusu game wa Adako Jachie. Menkai se biesia ubetuma boa me. And say the muslim ye adwuma me ni sopa o. Ewumu anama banama be kire bibim. Ewumu anama de nchiremu bi aba. Ewumu anama de I love it. Seriously, I love it. Inti wo nchiremu bi asa bia no. Ubetumi e de aba if Kotoko elusu game wa Adako Jachie da ubetumi abeboye mu. So coach I started game with goalkeeper Fatal Seidu. Obviously, he's the third choice goalkeeper now. Asante Kotoko third choice goalkeeper there. Okay, Benjamin Chum. Benjamin is under suspension. In fact, suspension is over. He say on under 20 team no, and they training. Benjamin Chum, the third choice goalkeeper. In Jama Fatal Seidu, the third choice. Now, in the absence of Frederick Asare and regular goalkeeper Kamara Mohammed on the bench on the starting game no, at the Emma Asante Kotoko. Makacho said Lord Amwa's presence in the game fantastic news. Say Lord Amwa Bobby na hokeka Americana no tu no in free no mu or so etu Americano. So Lord Amwa playing a part in the game was huge for Asante Kotoko. Michael Sefa enso epira kakra waba and say onya bi emo. Michael Sefa started this particular game. Wisdom Fernando Bassi game so and no Fernando Bassi na ekitafo no pi ekase so bam wono antumi ama Peter Midwakwa esan take off from baby a upra ya Olivier off na say games wo bono abranche na emotemo no hu se osoro obam a okire so no oye top notch player Samson Eduku ebe man some 10 minutes of fantastic representation. Ebra free bench. Ebe wura game akotoko. Ebo e obibiedi no. Or also ebe bo moden. Or she game na say Albert Amwa once again proving that he's fit as a fiddle. A boy. And Elvis Sheba for a boy. The fact of the matter is nkwadana one a free short pond. Komanse Nkum Football Club ebae. We are probably the biggest ever game at Omabo. Even though it's a friendly game, even though it's a training game for Asante Kotoko, for Komanse Nkum Football Club, in the history of their club, we are the biggest game on Abo Ewo, club in history. Inti, boys and ever born said, yeah, or a trial game or a trial to say justify your inclusion. And to see Obia, like I can say, well, you don't know game we are, you're foul, move room, akobo ebi a team kasiye. Sa attitude no anomade buy. And I tell you, in their minds, they were not ready to lose to Asante Kotoko. Ewo Adako Jachie. In tomo bo game no, bo game no enye denso, eni ahodenso a na enye asabketo a. Now obviously, Asante Kotoko players no, knowing very well the recent injury situations and all of that, and knowing say kwesi no more league game ebo. Then on board the last league game, the next Sunday, no man cover the most important game this season for Asante Kotoko. The FA Cup first harmony golden cake ever bono. We are sure say in the minds of the Kotoko players, and Yadiana omo ever book game ni gidi sa. Menka say omo amfa game ni serious. But of course, the level of seriousness are the young boys from Saltpond, Amobo Edma Komante, Edbe Red game no. The Kotoko players cannot replicate that. Omo the experience any yansa ebebo ahwe say ebia ombe hodi. In fact, ebra Kotoko echo down 2-1 after say omo consider penalty na echo 2-1. Afi de ohun say omo ma so senko betimi abeteka na bi omodi nkodi. But generally the Kotoko players the enioma eto form kakra. So around the 30th minute of the game, and Komante Nkum Football Club a share first goal. Kukroma Emma a branch of the Sheba for Eba Beteka Elvis Etekano and Sisa Ebabaso. It is now Kamara Muhammad, the goalkeeper Eba Yi, a branch of the Fatal Sedu, if he post remove. And no, and Kamara Eba committee a penalty. The same person who scored the first goal for Komante ebe converted penalty yi pa Kamara no with penalty check. Se mo be kaya Kotoko ne Aduana Stars e Baba Sports Stadium. Henriansu a committee penalty and Henriansu a committee penalty no. Abrante did the Kamara eche penalty Sam Adams and the boss a penalty kick no. E ma Abrante na eche. It we e said game no ankasa esi ekoye. I can say it is the toughest test Asante Kotoko enya if he's a coach and the by in terms of the friendly games. But even in terms of competitive games, or combine, this is the first time I could consider 2 goals in a game. So coach Bayern, I consider 1 goal a league move and not a dreams and a share Joseph is so good. Then about friendlies now, I consider 1. But this time around, Asante Kotoko, I consider 2 goals, whether in friendly or in competitive game. It is the first time I could consider 2 against any opposition under the tutelage of coach Abdul Karim Zito. Eti now once a game in water. Adeba na ankwa makotoko say the midfield was non-existent. So Asante Kotoko ebo only one known midfielder from the start, which is Michael Chejwamana. And even Chejwamana had to play deep midfield as a pivot. And yet the no. So the likes of Anderson Timanu, Samuel Tinedu, what's the name? Emmanuel Entry, and all of those players were not available. The coach started branching the team at the Michael Chejwamana. And what they of Cheba for Ekano. So today, I always played in deep midfield. He did not play as an attacker. He did not play on the right side of the attack or leading the attack. He did not play as a number 10. He played as a number 8. It's not construction. Our middle no problematic. Construction our middle no na problematic. It's one thing that we saw from the game Sa Asante Kotoko building enso ewo middle no na a problem at the moment because a branch of the thing at the Vicheba for any change jamna and an airport the midfield. It did not click. It did not work for Asante Kotoko. Samba bebum, Saka Dauda bebum, Jachie bebum, Kotoko ebe peje jano. I tried yombe, but this son say kabekaze na komante. Nemum komante nkum. Na komante nkum ni dino no. Komante nkum football club. Omo fa game ni serious ano. They were ready to kill themselves to get this win. And in fact, they got the win at Adako Jachie. Very good exercise, if you ask me. Almost stretchy team, no? Almost stretchy players now. And now no one will be LBB, no. And no more free bench by and Kwadana is stretchy or pa. It gives you a certain idea that lower tier teams only a mokobo, not a BI and the reti or more. A bad problem at the amount. Asante Kotoko FA Cup game on the 14th of June, the finals of the FA Cup, next of Ghana Stadium, and as I game ever basso. With that in mind, Asante Kotoko ought to be extremely careful that based on the Ehunu and Adako Jachie, when you play lower tier teams, smaller size, you have no information whatsoever over them, about them. Don't any information. Again, the natural instinct that your players may, the natural instincts that your players may be complacent or may not take them that serious, and so it's always bound to occur. And so those are the factors that combined are Kotoko and to a winning game. Now, Mami Fantu just said, by way of information, Baba Yaya was not around today. We hear Baba any too fit, but any big problem. It will really Baba out of the game that will be played on Sunday. Any too huge an injury. It in a mere Kwesiada, Asante Kotoko, a ball cider, and no a medium sporting club. We expect Baba Yaya to be there. Mami for just a Fred Kasari. Fred, not a birthday. Happy belated birthday, Goli and Captain Capito. Happy belated birthday. Na enra a birthday. Frederick Asari was also not there. Reason tia Fatal Seidu and Muhammad Kamara and a keepy post no. Enra na Frederick Asari anyway. I'll find out why he was not there. I'll find out why. Maybe I'm imagining say Kamaju say no negotiations. But Nana Penkra, we see appear and a technical advisor. Malik Jabe no muna ewo training grounds ebe hey game nibi. If at the same time now Nana Penkramo no say na capito niwa, it can't be that no what we share Nana Penkramo for contract negotiations. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I'll get the details of why Capito did not make it to training on Wednesday and did not take part in the game and then submit him to you. Young somewhat do your ball game no was a game 3 p.m. Prepare say. Jumbo first half here, no. Somewhat do I started running. Makacho said he's also into the last phase of his recovery process into or running or to or the same thing. And Emmanuel entry and so Ima is also in the last phase of his recovery. He's injured and so on also able to tumika park and so to tumika fine. No ba obi tumika and so Emmanuel entry and someone do omo antimi and take part game. They were present, not that they did not come, they were present. But after first 45 minutes, and almost says so tumika pain na echo, but gaining much fitness. What I say. So they are not going through pains, but they've not gained much fitness. And for that matter, low running, low running. Thursday, the intensity of their training, a very high intensity going into Friday. If doctors, a passion fit and complaining of any new pains, be an answer setback, then some of them may be drafted into the main team. Because midfield, no, Ayemre said na baba ya ama Chinedu eniho Emmanuel Ntwi eniho eno kwa three midfielders Blee and Kasa wa kwa defenders what that na ntim anu amobi. And then aka one national midfielder, which is Michael Che Kamana. So that is something that also okay. The infant just Isaac Minta, and so in the last phase of the recovery. No, Isaac Minta is in the last phase of his recovery. Then also by way of information, say Isaac kakran kakra, and also pick up and kakra kakra. Na yahwɛ sɛ Isaac betumi aba bɛgyina mu. Maka kyerɛ sɛ Isaac Minta, check all the clubs he has played for. In his second season, he's explosive. You don't have enough to evaluate and say Isaac intime more Kotoko. There's not enough information to do that. Well, I don't know what will be the decision of management and the coach going into next season who will still be the coach. Coach and the carry visit to confirm it at the amount of that. I think our first story that we posted was about we have information and we are able to confirm. So coach and the thing at the carry visit and about Twasoye Juma at the Asante Kotoko. That is the information that we have. But of course, wait for the official announcement from management to really confirm that particular appointment. So Isaac Minta and so egu so recover and kakrakra. Now, yɛmfa nto dwa sɛ na ɛna attendance ɛwɔ training game na ɛwɔ soro supporters ne buy encourage mmeranteɛ no paa. Supporters no wɔnom buy in their numbers yɛ na ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa. So we ɛyɛ in totality what happened ɛwɔ the training game a Komante Nkum Football Club every short one ɛbɛhyɛ Asante Kotoko 2-1 ɛwɔ Adako Jachie. This is everything that happened in that particular game. Ebia na question be about it. Which me edi abachiri ye ba answer and so edi amount. Makacho said na apenkra kusiwa chairman of Asante Kotoko management. He was there. James Kusiapia sporting director of Asante Kotoko no was also and the technical advisor of the club. Na ono so elho. And 70 DP and airco eba. In terms of transfers, your headquarters ye at the mount and to and go back as far as we started Kotoko transfers and Kotoko stories. We've always been on top of it. And I and so no at the ebrewa enya as a Kotoko. I must say abrini abribiano. See a transi Moshe na sha Moshe ni some pacho unsubscribe to channel no. Subscribe for my sene da edikan. Ya wo video ya subscribe your notification no. It's a frequency we sa channel we sa page we there bidianko sa ne frɛ no behwanko wo behwa unko because the content we put here every day for you the content that keeps you informed and updated about everything you need to know. Thank you so much. May the Almighty God be with us all. God bless you.